everybody, I'm here at the hangar, and today I just wanted to briefly talk to you about cover crop. I have a few minutes today, and I figured I would get to some of the quicker bullet points about what cover crop is, why we do it, and why it's awesome. Okay, I have notes. So what is a cover crop? A cover crop is basically just a crop, a type of seed that is planted over the winter. Some of the benefits of cover crop include reducing or slowing soil erosion, improving soil health, enhancing water availability in the soil, smothering weeds, helping to control pests and diseases, increasing biodiversity, and attracting pollinators. You can plant cover crop by any conventional means of planting. That means you can plant it just like you would plant any other crop. You could also broadcast seed it as well, which is what the airplanes do. Aerial application is by far the fastest way to plant a cover crop. We have these metal spreader attachments on the airplane, which allow us to fly over areas and quickly disperse cover crop in large quantities. Each kind of seed that we put into the airplane is different, and some of them are fluffier than others, meaning they take up more space in the hopper, and some of them are more dense. So I can carry more weight with those than I can with some of the less dense or fluffier types of seeds. We fly cover crop at a higher height than we do liquid, which I've talked about in some of my other videos. This allows the cover crop to fan all the way out before it reaches the ground. The biggest thing I want to talk about today is why it is awesome to apply cover crop by air. Applying a cover crop by air allows for a longer germination time because we are actually applying these cover crops over standing cash crops. This allows for a lot longer germination time, which means going into the winter, there's a healthier stand of cover crop than there would be if you waited until after harvest was completely over and you reworked that field. Applying cover crop by air also reduces soil compaction because we're not running any tire tracks through the field, hopefully. This also allows us to reduce or prevent the spread of disease from field to field as well because we're not running any physical machines through the field. So some of the problems we've had with cover crop, we've had issues with germination depending on what type of seed is planted and when it's planted. So if you go early and there's not a lot of rain and you're planting a seed that really needs rain to grow, it's probably not going to do a good job. A lot of times we're under a government deadline to get the seed applied by a certain date, and those dates really don't take into account any type of rainfall. In those instances, there's really not much we can do except recommend that you would pick a different seed, such as rye, that would really grow through anything. We've also had issues with pests. So we'll have a field that's totally beautiful. The cover crop is germinating beautifully, and then there'll be a huge patch of just bare spot. And a lot of times, we've looked at the airplanes and we've done, we're like, did we miss a spot? What happened? And we actually had someone do some more testing on their end, and it turns out they had armyworms in their field that destroyed a ton of the cover crop. So pests are real, and they are something that we deal with cover crop that not a lot of people are really talking about, in my opinion. Another issue we've had are people that are trying to use this cover crop as a cash crop or maybe forage. If you're going to really need this crop and you're not using it for some type of soil nutrient replenishment or erosion control, I would really recommend that maybe broadcast seeding isn't your option, and you might want to drill it if that's the avenue that you're going. Cover crop is some of my favorite flying to do. I think aerial applicators as a whole are looked at as people that just kind of spread pesticides and terrible things all over the earth. And really, we're real people, and we care about the earth and the soil and the environment as well. So cover crop is just one of those ways that we are really being stewards of the land, and we are taking care of soil. It's an investment in your property's soil and soil health for the next several crops to come. That's all I've got for today. Like I said, I'm going to talk a lot more about cover crop on a longer YouTube video, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick scoop on cover crop. Thank you all so much for being here. Fly safe, and I'll see you next time.